today after locals blocked the road from Kimbo to Junction area in Juja sub-county, complaining about the road's deterioration rate. Locals estimate losses of millions of shillings due to the road's poor condition, as Dan Kaburu now tells us.
These were the scenes early today on the 5-kilometer road from Kimbo to Junction in Juja constituency. Residents, fed up with the road's poor condition, blocked it to force Kiambu County government to repair it.
Mimi ni muuzaji wa vio, duka yangu inaitwa South Pole Grassmart hapa. Vio sikija sina shida fujika. Juu ya mashimo sikina sinafujika, kama akiniambia nimpelekee bidhaa hasifiki vile siko supposed kufika.
Wenye tulichagua hatuwaoni kwa ground, hawakuji. Sasa barabara imeharibika, hakuna mtu tunaona, but ikifika wakati ya siasa ya campaign ndio unaona watu wanakimbia wanakuja tuwapatie kura zetu.
This truck nearly fell over as it was being pulled out of the mud.
Ile spring ya nyuma sasa imekata tayari. Kuiweka spring yote ikiwa set ina cost 40,000. Mzigo wenyewe yenye iko kwa gari mali nilikuwa napeleka kama order yede bounce ni ya 210,000.
Jamaa itabidi akuja shughulikie barabara. Tuwezi shinda tukipeleka gari zetu garage. Hata mimi imevunja, hata sasa nikikupigia nikikata hii steering utaona imevunja springs. Kwa sababu ya barabara kila siku na ukisimama tu dakika 5 hata hapo Ruiru wamekuja ulipe nini? Ulipe parking. Kwani pesa wanapeleka wapi?
The lack of drainage for rainwater has led to the deterioration of the road, despite over 200 million Kenya shillings being spent to construct it.
Hii barabara kama wanataka kusaidia watu wa Kiambu ama watu hapa Kimbo, kwanza hii barabara ichimbuliwe, watoe kotoni yote, wapige maram, alafu waekelea juu, lami juu. Lakini sasa hii barabara wanapiganga tumawe, wanaekelea kachapati moja juu kalami.
Wanafanya kazi biashara ya grocery, wanaendea vitu Githurai, Marigiti, Roiro, lakini barabara ikiwa hivi huwezi enda. Maji imejaa kwenye nimeweka kazi. Juu drainage hakuna. Kwenye maji tunawapeleka haiwezi enda, inarudi kwa vibanda.
A few weeks ago, the Kenya Roads Board wrote to Kiambu County asking them to rebuild this road as soon as possible. For now, the locals say the protest will continue. The question that road users and residents of this area are asking themselves is, for how long are they going to wait till this road is constructed? Dan Kaburu, K24 in Kimbo, Kiambu County.
All firearm holders present during the Kiganjo village skirmishes in Thika, Kiambu County that left one person dead and several others with multiple injuries have been ordered to surrender their guns to the DCI headquarters. A police source revealed that the guns will be subjected to ballistics examination in an effort to establish who shot David Nduati, the 26-year-old man who died in the mill. Among the firearm holders present at the event were uniformed police officers and members of parliament, bodyguards, who are now at the center of the ongoing investigations by sleuths. Among the MPs present during the fracas were Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, Gabriel Kagombe, the Gatundu South legislator, Elijah Njoroge Kuria, the Gatundu North MP. At the disputed market site, surveyors from the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning are busy installing beacons to demarcate the land ready for market construction. The controversy surrounding the Finland Overseas Education Program in Uasin Gishu has reignited as affected parents and students gear up to resume street protests demanding a refund of their money. The more than 350 affected parents met in Eldoret town demanding more than 850 million which they paid for Overseas Education Program in Finland and Canada. Led by Daniel Birgen and Edward Kiptek, the parents said they will not relent in the fight. They further allege that the same people responsible for messing up the education program are now spreading rumors that parents and students had been refunded.
Until we get our money. Until we get our money.
Be very categorical and refute the rumors being spread by bloggers, and paid by leaders to silence us that we have been paid our money and our children have been given jobs. We've not been given any job. Our children are still at home and they are still waiting for the refunds from the county government.
Pesa yetu tuliaminia hii watu ambayo ni serikali ya county government of Uasin Gishu. Wametupeleka into circles. Lakini mpaka sasa wakati tunapoenda katika hizo ofisi tunazuiliwa. Tunaambiwa kuna some people ambao wamepeleka kesi kotini.
We traveled to Finland way back in 2022 and up to now we as students we haven't traveled anywhere. We are still here in Kenya and our monies haven't been refunded back.
Well, let's now have a look at some business news. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has advocated for subsidies on the cost of energy-efficient equipment alongside green energy sources like solar panels and biogas. Speaking while opening the International Energy Agency's 9th Annual Global Conference on Energy Efficiency in Nairobi, on behalf of President William Ruto, Gachagua said that subsidies would lower the cost of installing green energy sources and efficient equipment, accelerating climate change mitigation efforts. Linda Koskei with that report.
Close to 1 billion people in Africa lack access to clean cooking and rely on biomass or kerosene, leading to high levels of indoor air pollution. According to Fatih Birol, the Executive Director of International Energy Agency, Africa needs a yearly investment of 4 billion shillings to provide clean cooking energy to 250 million people. Despite these challenges, Kenya has committed to achieving 100% green clean energy by 2050, aligning with the COP28 commitments to zero carbon emissions. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, during the International Energy Agency's 9th Annual Global Conference on Energy Efficiency in Nairobi, called for sustained resource mobilization, partnership and investment from local and international actors.
We must work on affordable, easy-to-use innovations, more so for our farmers. Breaking down domestic biomass in the farm is a direct and sustainable way of reducing the greenhouse gases like methane, which are fueling climate change.
Gashagua's call for collaboration coincides with the concerns raised by Fatih Birol, who noted that over 500,000 women die prematurely due to respiratory diseases.
Unfortunately, we don't see, despite a lot of efforts, enough push happening. We do not, at the IEA, tell the African countries, you should use this fuel, you shouldn't use that fuel. It's up to them to decide which fuel they use, but whatever fuel they use, whatever their technology choices, energy efficiency should be there.
To achieve these goals, Cabinet Secretary for Petroleum Davis Chirchir emphasized the need for the right policies and focused investment plan.
Kenya is working on initiatives aimed at promoting renewable energy deployment, enhancing energy efficiency, accelerating access to clean cooking and strengthening policy planning.
The conference provides an opportunity to identify gaps both nationally and internationally and to further engage with the private sector on how to contribute to the government's plan in the energy, manufacturing and other economic sectors. Linda Koskei, K24 TV.
Ministers in charge of agriculture, heads of delegations and representatives of the member states of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development IGAD, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, South Sudan, Uganda have convened in Kenya to discuss and devise strategies for the sustainable management and control of desert locusts and other transboundary pests that pose a threat to food security and livelihoods in the region. The meeting discussed ways of fostering collaboration and developing actionable and sustainable strategies to effectively manage and control desert locusts and other transboundary pests to protect agricultural livelihoods and ensure food security across the IGAD region.
The very objective of this meeting, Your Excellencies, is despite favorable ecological and weather conditions during the rainy season of October, November and December 2023, the region successfully avoided another desert locust outbreak similar to or worse than that of experienced in 2020. This achievement highlights the crucial role of the platform in coordinating early warning and early action, resulting in a significant cost saving and reduced use of synthetic pesticides, thereby minimizing negative environmental impacts.
Will aim to address the significant threats to food security posed by transboundary pests. They will facilitate international collaboration, align policies across borders, and enhance our understanding of the impact of climate change on pest dynamics.
Time for another break, but on the other side of that break, my colleague Chris Migwambo gets back with some sports news.